like this. Now can you hear? Yeah. This a little bit you can't hear. Do not worry. Okay, I didn't say important things. When you want to practice Dharma really authentically or the correctly or mistakenly, then is our the action of the Dharma activities according with the principle of cause and effect. That is true effect. And also it's like a view and action should be cultivated side by side. That means it's like when we practice really Dharma and we like kind of the practice unification of the view and actions. When during the we are acting about the positive or the negatives, and this action is should be enhanced by the supreme wisdom of the emptiness view. And therefore he said that cultivate side by side. And of course that there's a different when you be the side by side. It is like in Tibet is a yamata. Yamata means it's like not separately said. All the times unifiedly to practice. When you say the by side by means it's like both is like differently, but they are like kind of the two standing by side by side. But this one is correct or not correct, these interpretations, I'm not sure. Side by side, what do you have imagination or imagine? And view and actions side by side means it's not really mixed. But generally, like for example, if you say water and witness are side by side, heat and fire is side by side, I'm not sure. Wherever water is there, there is the weight. You cannot separate. Wherever fire, there is the heat, warmth. There's not by side, side by side. Maybe it is like kind of the unified, inseparable, unseparationally. This kind of side by side, maybe something expression. But when I read side by side, it's a little bit looks like, you know, when you make the battles, the bottle or bottle, no, it's a battles. It's like a war, side by side, and you're an enemy side by side, like standing. Then it's like two side. Maybe your view and actions side by side, they are not really is unification, and looks like two things side by side. Cultivate side by side. Sometimes you cultivate view, sometimes you cultivate action, sometimes you okay, and maybe it's like basically you can't say that, but view is there, you need two actions there. There is action, there's new view. They cannot to separate. That is the best, but also side by side. Okay. The sign that you have understood this teaching on the effect of the action is to be like Jetsun Malaripa. Wonderful, like kind of the yogi. That is like you know so very well. Jetsun Malaripa's view is the higher than the sky. Action is the more like kind of the tiness of the flowers, fine of the flower. His disciple said to him one day, Jetsun, you are really, you know, he said, you really, so was. All the deeds, what you're doing, what you are acting things is that we see you doing are really beyond the understanding of the ordinary for us beings. And in this perspective, precious Jetsun Lak, I think you are sure, were you not on emanation of the Vijayadas or Buddha or Bodhisattvas, so on, Bodhisattvas, Right from the start, you came to in this world, and they asked to him. And then it's like Jason replied, if you take me for in on incarnations, incarnations, incarnation of Vijayadaras, reincarnation or the incarnation of the Vijayadaras, or of the Buddha and Bodhisattva. That's Jetson replied. It is sure you have a faith in me. Of course, that is your out of the faith you perceive like this. But in the accordance, but you could hardly have a more mistaken view of the according the Dharma. That is not incorrect according the Dharmas. Why? Because he said that I started out by heaping up extremely negative acts. Oh, really? Yes. Using the spells, using the spell means using the black magics, and making hell like a kind of the stone, like kind of the hurricane. He destroyed his enemy of the uncle and the aunties during the ceremony of the marriage, collapsed house, and also all these areas. The feel is like corrupt is like he's distorted. And then he said, I soon realized that there was no way that I would not be reborn in the hells. There's no chance to escape in order to reborn in the hell. That I understood. So then he said, I run from and his place to the Marwa, and he studied Dharma, and then so I practiced Dharma with like a relentless zeal, relentless, busily, determinedly, like diligently, zeal. Said is like kind of, it's not a common word. Zeal means diligent, courageously. And like this, then he said, thanks to the profound methods of the secret Mantrayana, of course, Mantrayana, secret Mantrayana or the Mahamudra, it doesn't matter. And he received all these things from the Marvalota during the 6 or 7 years. And then I have developed the exceptional qualities in my mind. And really it's like after he received all the teachings, and he received the introduction to nature of the realities, and then Marva sent to him to go back to his homeland, and he said that you cannot go to in the city, you cannot involve worldly, go to meditate in the like kind of hermitage areas of the mountain, jungles, snows, rockies. And he absolutely follow up that. Then he meditate about the secret Mantrayanas. Then he's got in some specific qualities into his mind. Then is now if you cannot develop any real determination to practice Dharma, it is because you do not really believe in the principle of the cause and effect. Why just Malaripa he's become the enlightenment in this life? Because he trusts and he's out of the faith in causalities. Then he practice authentically Dharma. He become the enlightenment in this single life. And he said it's like you haven't got much determination to practice Dharma. Very relaxedly, doing swimming, hammer, and coffee, and making gym, feel, and then practice Dharma. How become the enlightenment? Impossible. Call the retreat, but not really. These kind of situations is how become the enlightenment in the single life. Therefore, he said, it's because you do not really believes it. Of course, if you really totally believe causalities, your dharma practice things become more kind of profound, more quickly, more authentic. Principle of the cause and effect you don't much believe, then it's difficult to practice dharma. Anyone with a bit of the determination could develop courage like mine if they had that time and had felt confidence in the effects of their actions. And if you are really kind of the faith, devotion, belief into the causalities, and then there is like kind of the deep from heartily and believe into the inevitable causalities. And then it's like you can to be diligent to practice dharma. And himself he said this, I really felt into the causalities. I understood causalities. I have determination to like kind of to develop really is like a kind of courage because I understood the causalities. Then it's like a kind of I have such a kind of the diligent courage, and it's like go under the hardships, don't care any kind of the some unpleasant situations. Of course, when he go to the mountain, no cloth, no food, and also cave is very cold, lot of wild animals, but he dealt with them and very diligently. Then he become the enlightened man because he believed the causalities, of course, and actions bring enlightenment. He acted like a kind of practice authentically dharma. Of course, there are such a kind of the uncomfortable situation, but through this, and he achieved enlightenment in single this life. Then they would develop the same accomplishment, and people will think that they too are the manifestation of the Vijaydhara or of the Buddha or Bodhisattva. And then it's like afterward, and such qualities arrived into the just Malaripa's heart, and then it's like doing things extraordinary. And whoever want to do like same as Jetson Malaripa, absolutely we can do. And base it our minds, it is like the same. And particularly in the is like the Dharma perspective, it's not we are not different, the man, woman, or the poor or beggar, or it's like old or young. And really, really, really important to have the faith into the causalities. That means it's like you trust to the teaching of the Buddha and trust in the pith instructions. That means it's like out of faith. And then it's certainly can to arise into our mind stream, realization of the natural realities, one and the moment. And that is the, then it's like you like kind of the stopped all the your negative things, obscurations, and the fulfillment of the all your the natural abiding dispositions, qualities shine out. Then you call the like kind of the perfect Buddha yourself, radiant your luminosity, compassion, beneficial qualities for all the sentient beings like this. And therefore it is like then is the other sentient beings perceive as you are manifestation of the Vijaydhara or Buddha or Bodhisattva. His belief is in a cause and effect. Utterly convinced Jetson Malad that having committed the harmful acts of his youth, he would be reborn in the hells. And also it's like firstly he did committed, it's like such awful negative things accumulated. And then he has this convinced or the determined and to understood the causalities, he think, oh, surely there's no chance I will reborn in the hell. That is like, he has no doubt, before I need to reborn in the hell, I need to stop. Then he hurry up, he immediately went to in the like Marvalota, and he's asked to the Marvalota, I am evil person, can you accept me your disciple? And I want to practice Dharma. The Marvalota was a very tough guy. He said, why you complain to me? What you said you are evil person. You don't need to complain to me. I'm not complaining, but it's just I'm informed to use it. Okay, you want to practice Dharma, it's good, but not easy. Oh, doesn't matter. I want to do whatever you order. I obey to your orders. Okay, good. That is nice. He said, I haven't got any offering to you, material things, but I offer it to you my body, speech, mind. And Marvelous says, oh, that is quite very important. I don't need any materials, but I need your body, speech, mind. And he was very aggressive, unkindness, and says, okay. And then he said, I have to give you choice. What choices? If I give you Dharma, teach you Dharma, you need to find yourself shelter and food. And if I give you food and shelter, and you need to searching Dharma from other lamas. And he thought, oh no, I came to here, just a Malaysia. I came to here for Dharma. Better to I'm searching food and shelter others. And he said, okay, thank you, my masters. And I will to find food. And then he went to all these marvelous areas, begging to the some food, barley, something. He got 200-300 kilos. He bring back and he put into the Marvalota's house. But normally Jetson Malaj was very powerful guy. And the sack is very big. He put on the Marvalota's house. And Marvalota's house is shaking. And he was so angry and says, get rid of you. Is like first time you made black magic. You killed your uncle, auntie, lot of kids. Now you want to kill me. And look, your things, ugly things. Get rid of the. He said, it's my food. Doesn't matter. He need to get rid of. And he was very sad, but he did. And then it's like, he said, can I receive the teachings? No. Now, in order to receive the teachings, you should to build one nice place for my sons. Okay? And where is it? Just he point out one place. And like kind of the round. And then he built, but he said it's like you cannot use to any other person, only yourself. And he did. Some in the middle, and he came. He proudly, he shows to him, and I'm almost reaching now. What do you think? And Marvelota said, who ordered this kind of ugly designers? You, lads. No, I never. You are a liar. You need to take out immediately. You want to make dirty in my land. And wherever you took this earth, rocks, put back. You need to close. This is, I never ordered this. He was cried. No, you ordered it. No, liars. And then there he did. He knocked it down and put back rocks, earth, stone, everything. He said, okay, now good. Now second, I will show you. Do not make mistake. He said, yes, really is like. Then he said, okay, one strange house. This one is maybe for my sons happy. You can to build. And he built. And then it's in the middle times, and his son came, and he helped one stone to give to Malaripa, just a Malaripa. And he put in the middle wall, he put that. And then suddenly, few weeks, Marvelous came, and he looked at these stones. Where did you took these stones? Oh, sorry, this stone is your son's gift. My son is your slave? I asked to you to build this house. I didn't ask to use my son. Get rid. He needed to take out all these stones. Everything. He said, it's not really what I want. You did. You need to knock it down. And he was so disappointed man. And then it's like he has two wounds in the back because he carried this. And then he was very sad, and he went in the corner and cried. And then it's like, Marvelous, are you sad? I'm a little sad. And you have wounds, yes? I have disinfection, don't worry. And he did something, and it's okay, wound, no problem. And then he was third one is like he says, third one is hey, don't make mistakes, and he did. And almost at the reach in the top of there is, something's wrong. My gosh, he needs to destroy it. And then it's like he was desperate, and then he left from Marvelous. And then is Marvelous was thinking, yeah, now it's like big obstacle. My like fortunate students run, and he closed his head and telling to his protectors, bring back my students. And to like kind of many hours, his cry and like kind of calling to his protector, bring back. And he went to in the like same as the other histories. He went to, there is one Lama, he asked, and then it's like, can you give me teachings? Oh yes. And he taught to him, he practiced something. This Lama was student of Marvelous. One day Marvelous gave some empowerment. This Lama said, I need to go to the sea Marvelous. Can I come with you? But Malaripa was hesitated. Hesitate, this is not negative. Hesitated, but he went with. And then this Lama is coming near by the Marvelous. He just shouting. It's like, oh, what you did, and it's like, and then there's like a kind of he was very, very angry. What you told to Malaripa, what Malaripa said, and why you give teaching Dharma to the Malaripa. And then Malaripa is like was very sad. Then he thought, okay, I'm impossible to receive teaching, but I disturb to this also Lama. I think better to die. And he want to jump, but this Marvelous wife, she said, don't worry, I can to help to you, good sons. And then it's like she gave one big turquoise, and to maybe you can to offering this one to the Marvelous, maybe you can to receive some teachings. Then Marvelous giving some teachings, and then is many in the middle of the student, and Malaripa is offered to this turquoise. And of course Marvelous get up and says, where did you get, robber, thief? Where did you get this one? And he said, I received from your wife. Both of you are thief, robber, you took my things, it's mine. He took Malaripa's head and kicked to him and beat him and get rid of it. And then it's like he was really sad, and he asked to the wife, I think I'm a very evil person in this life. I cannot receive teaching. I need maybe go back, or maybe I will die. Don't worry. And then it's like Marvelous says, order to his wife, secretly say, can you give delicious, nice food to him to support a little bit. And then she did, and then suddenly Marvelous came to in the kitchen, and many things they're missing. Okay, like, and then it's like says that time is he's smiling. Malaripa was so happy. First time he received the smile in the Marwa. And today you become sad? He said, oh yes. Do not be sad, okay? Then now it's okay, you are quite good. And he gives some a little bit instruction. He was so amazing happy. And then his last moment he did, and the fourth one, and finish it. Then everything. Then he said, now is your time. It is good, and to receive the teachings. And then he's really to say the last moment. He showed the really very extraordinary way, marvelous to the Malaripa, and of course he has irreversible faith. And what this means, as he said, is I choose to make a purification. Reality, all these buildings I don't need, but in order to your purified your evil deeds. But now you've done everything. What I did to you, very tough, very ugly things, but you don't need to do disappointment. Now everything is alright. And then he give all the teachings, and then is after teachings finish it, and then he was it's like to says I'm going to make retreats. He made retreat, and of course it's like everyday development. It was fantastic. But 1 month, 2 months after, he missed so much mother, and then it's like one day he break his door. He came to in the Marvalotsa early morning, and he opened the door, and he saw the Marvalotsa was sleep. And he came to near there is, and he said, kindness, my teacher Marvalotsa, can I go back to once to see my mom and sisters? I miss my mom so much. And then it's like suddenly Marvalotsa get up, and then he said, fortunate student, why you are here, my son? And are you crazy? He make joke. No, it's meditation. And certainly his wife Dakinis is brought the breakfast to the Marvalotsa. And also same time it's the sunlight, so one light point is coming through the window. And then Marvalotsa said, oh, now it's everything's okay. I send you back to your homeland, go to see your mom, but you can't see your mom. Your mom's already died. But it's okay, no problem. And then it's now it's like the time to develop the how do you say, you are the most successful of the me. And there's a sign I check now. When you came to here to see me in the morning, I was slept. That means we cannot meet again in this life. And my Dakinis, the wife brought me the breakfast. That means you can to eat like the food from the salmon. This you are not really need the human food, and sunlight is coming through the window is very strong, and your activity is spread all over the world as extraordinary. I know you are the extraordinary. Now it's like this. Then it's like he ordered to his wife to say prepare. Now is our son's leaving. And then he's like this short story is a wonderful way like this. He did like then is extraordinary way, and then it's like he become the looks like the manifestor of the Vijayadhara or the Buddhism. And then he was really believed extraordinary causalities. Then it's like he become like this. Because of that, the convictions, the practice with such determination that is the difficult to find any story either in India or Tibetan to equal the tale of this tale and effort diligent how to like practice Dharma by the just Malaripa. This kind of biography, this kind of the person is really is very rare, even in India and Tibet. It's like this. So a rousing confidence from the deep of your heart in this crucial point of the causalities, cause and effect. And also it's like the principle of the cause and effect. That is the really to like concern into your mind, determined to caring about the cause and effect. Any kind of acting body, verb, mind is according the cause and effect. That is the most important. Now, for example, we have such good educations about the cause and effect. Then we need to take our responsibilities. That is, maybe it's like we take responsibility to taking care about our cause and effect, our actions, and then why we need to take in refuge in others. For example, when we take refuge in the Buddha Dharma Sangha, just like a condition is kind of supporting to us. Otherwise, it's like how they can do us if we do negative things, if like negatives making the rebirth into the hell, hunger ghost or something, and they cannot do. But they like kind of telling to us really is what is the right causality, wrong causalities. And now we have this notion or active, how do you say, is we acknowledge, we have notion, we know about the right and the wrong, then we need to take responsibility ourselves. Always do as many good actions as possible. This is like kind of the good things means it's like the positive. As much as. Why not? It's our food, our medicine. It's make a healthy body, speech, mind. It's really our own responsibility. Sometimes it says like, I can't do the positive things. I won't do negative. You can't do it, but it's you do all the times negative things. It's you destroyed yourself. You can do hatred. You can become angry. You can do kill. You can do the like kind of like the stolen, sexual misconduct, criticize to others, knocking at, scolding others. You can do whatever you want. This is true. We are democratic, but you destroy yourself, and nobody's you cannot to destroy it to others. And in this perspective, self-responsibilities is most important. But it's like very kindly Buddha and the Buddha's disciples, and they taught teaching to us Dharma. The meaning of the Dharmas telling to us what is the right, what is the wrong, particularly about the causalities. And now we understood the really right, wrong causalities. That is the fantastic way. Matter how small, applying to the three supreme methods. Any kind of symbolistic, we can do say, even if you recite single money or money pe mahons, beginning you generate bodhicitta, in the middle non-conceptualization, supreme methods, supreme emptiness of the wisdoms, in the end dedication. This is the three supreme methods. And the application bodhicitta, non-conceptualization, dedication is the three supreme methods. Extraordinary methods, which kind of methods? If these three methods enhance all the Dharma activities, then the activity is the multiply. These activities become benefit, unexhaustible. Therefore, this kind of, when we do any kind of positive things, enhanced by the three supreme methods. Of course, promise yourself never to do the smallest negative acts again. Yesterday we say, like maybe we done in this life some negative deeds or negative actions. Maybe we like difficult to remember on the past life. Probably we done some negative actions. Everything we need to confess and like kind of this, and then vow like in the future never do against it. Promise ourselves never do again. And the smallest negative actions again. Even if your life is the stack. And it's like kind of the really, even we say it's like, even my lost my life, then I don't want to do any negative actions. And also negative actions. Even for example, in order to keep your life, maybe you are helping to the other sentient beings, and your life like kind of one life lost, but you save or done benefit for sentient beings, how much in the future so your benefits. There's one turtle, and he carried many people. One is like boat is crashed, sink into the ocean, and many people died. And some business, like some peoples, they got the one big turtle. They climbed they on the back. The turtles carried, and like turtle, sometimes dolphin they have man, and the turtle brought to in the coast in the seaside, and then they saved these peoples. And then this tatar was very much tired, and he slept there, it's like on the seaside. When he woke up, and so many insects eating to him, and then he thought it's like go back to in the ocean. All of them like kind of died, and he died. That is like kind of lifetimes of the some compassion or the Buddhas. And like this, he lost his life, but it's like kind of such accumulation merit. And the next life is become the Buddha, like this. And therefore, even the like something is like risky your life, but like kind of taking care negative action, any kind of need to hardship, and to do the some positive things, we should to do it as much as we can. When you make up in the morning, do not suddenly say, wake up, make up or wake up. In the morning, do not suddenly jump out of bed like a cow or sheep from its pen. Pen means the animal's house. It's not a pencil pen. It is an animal's house. It's like an animal's house when the cows, sheep are sleeping, and they wake up and immediately go out and for the eating grass. We are not like this. In the morning when we wake up, maybe alarm clocks wake up you. And it's coming, and it's, there's Buddha, and Buddhists have a send, Dakin is like kind of the sending message to me. You wake up, and not suddenly to wake up, not run to toilet, or not run to the kind of kitchen, and to that kind of slowly to get up, to think about it. And how it's like, while you are still in the bed, relax your mind very carefully, like a kind of the authentically ways, and turn inward, examine it carefully. And what about my dreams? If you have done anything negative during the night in your dream, and regret that negative dream was not very good, it's not really, it's like a positive. Regret and confess, and it's the same as like virtue things. And on the other hand, if you have done something positive, be glad and dedicate the merit to the benefit of all beings. If you do like this, even the like kind of the during the night, whatever you done in the dreams, positive or negative, is both is negative is you confess, like kind of never make trace, and never like kind of negative trace in the futures. Positive things you dedicated, making more profound, more benefit for sentient beings, more benefit for your futures. Arousing bodhicitta, thinking, today I will do whatever positive, good actions I can, and do my best to avoid doing anything negative or evil. It's wonderful. Okay, now the sun is coming, and I'm wake up, and to like kind of the whole day is become the benefit for sentient beings. I'm going to do something. This is my action, my activity, my attention, and I'm preparing for breakfast, lunch, dinner, all days activities. May it is become the good action, good positive for benefit for sentient beings. This kind of, and also it's like may I don't want to do any negative actions in this during the day. This kind of like a mindfulness and good intention like this, so that all infinite being may attain perfect Buddhahood. This is attitude that may all infinite beings may attain the perfect Buddhahood at night. When it's like when you do, it's like at night when you do, when you go to sleep, do not just drop off into unconsciousness, and like kind of the when you go to the in the sleep, exactly the same. And in the morning you is like thinking about the during the night, and dream, done negative, confess, positive, dedicate, and then you have planned your this like front during the day, or my well day, or the my day is become the benefit for sentient beings. I want to do positive things. I don't want to do the negative things, and like this. And also during the night, and maybe you go to the on the bed, you sit in the your bed, relax, turn inward to thinking what I done and today. Maybe you done during the day some negative, you confess, you like vow never do again this. If you done some positive things, and then you kind of to dedicate to them, to the other sentient beings. And it's like kind of the sleep immediately go to like kind of someone is like falling into the ground like unconscious way. And this is like this, taking the time to relax in the bed and examine yourself in the same way that in the morning, and to concerning is like what I done and during the day, and these ones. So whatever, so what you use have, I made of these days like a kind of the and which kind of I done useful things, meaningful things, what I done today. And in the evening maybe you are already going to the bed, and this is like your end of your day. What I done today, positive or negative? If you done the negative things, you should to regret, confess, what am I done? If you done positive things, wonderful. Wow, it's my mind, my life is meaningful and useful things I done. And also it's what I have done that is the positive things. Whatever you done, if you have done some good, positive, to glad cultivate the feeling of the happiness. Oh, it is the wonderful. I done some positive things. Benefit for me, benefit for other sentient beings. It is the wonderful. And of course you need to dedicate the merit so that all may attain the Buddhahood. I done some positive things. This positive I give to sentient beings. And these positives to make the cause in order to all the sentient beings to attain the Buddhahood. And if you have done something wrong, you should think it. When you done some negative things, maybe it's like relate to the body, speech, mind. Maybe any kind of some negative, 10 negative actions you done. And we need to say how terrible I have been. I have just been, destroying myself. I enter into the Buddha Dharma, Buddha's teaching, and Buddha's path. how many years, still I'm doing the negative things. And also it's like I'm being destroying myself. And also if I like become more I'm negative, doing negative things, how much it is like kind of the hurting to the other sentient beings. Confess and vow never to act that any against, that we need to do like this. At all times be mindful and vigilant, that you do not cling into your perceptions of the universe, this universes and universals and the beings within it as real and solid. And all the timers mindfulness vigilant to taking care of your action, and out of the faith acting the positive actions and stop the negative actions. And also you do not cling into the perception of the universe, and you are acting according to the causalities. You are like kind of the absolutely adopting, and it's like denial things. But you perceive the perception of the universal, whatever existence. Everything is like a kind of the real and solid, never you perceived. Because when we are really too close to these things, according to your and non-conceptualization wisdoms, they are not substantially or solidly existence. They are like kind of the hallucination, they are like a magic illusion, they are like kind of the mirage. And this kind of the training your mind to see everything as the play of the unreal apparitions, appearance, appearance, apparitions, apparition maybe is like a training your minds. And also it's like no existence, no solid, whatever this universal perceptions or the appearances are, the like hallucination. You know, there is the 12 or the 8 example of the illusories, rainbow, dream, so on, so on. If you do like this, you're doing good things for you, you good things for the your family of the sentient beings, and you doing is also very everything to make your mind workable, wonderful, always keeping it in a good and honest. Cause is the essentially the aim as well as the outcome. What we have been explains it. And like kind of the you making the workable your mind is always keeping it in your mind, like what is the good, and to be honest. And also it's like the which kind of cause and effect, essentially what is the your aim. And it's like kind of the your mind is to put into the correct way. And then it's like to all the time is to involved in the good activities, then there's 100% will something is good coming out in the futures. And namely the practice of the 4 thoughts that turn the mind from the samsaras. The examining of the human existence, thinking, realization of the emptiness, defects of the samsara, and the checking the or the inevitable of the cause and effect. This 3 chapter is we call the 4 thoughts that turn to the mind from the samsara. First 2 chapters turn our mind from in this life. For example, when we understood the human existence, and like this, then it's like in this life we are like kind of the need to do something important things, positive things, and also it's like not much kind of concerning worldly like activities. And also specifically, when we are realizing the impermanent, and you want to adopt all the worldly activities, you're more concerning empty the impermanent, you want more practice. You deeply to realize that the impermanent, you have very strong wish and to practice Dharma right now, urgently, quickly. And you want to adopt all the worldly Dharma, the worldly activities immediately. Therefore, your mind turn from this life. Then you understood the defects of the samsara and these causalities. Then your mind is to turn from the samsara of the next life. You say, why I need to go to the samsara again and again? I need to quickly run away from the samsaras. And also it's like I realize that the defects of the samsara in the above of the hell, or under below of the hell and above of the akanishta, between there is whatever existence, they are not freedom from the samsara. Wherever be the samsara, they are like sufferings, no more no happiness. And therefore it's like these 4 chapters, 4 thoughts that turn to our mind is from the samsara. In this way, all the good action you do will automatically be linked to the 3 supreme methods. If you this kind of the way of the thinkings, you always, naturally, automatically, spontaneously, your mind goes towards the good action, positive way. If you haven't got this kind of educations, then it's like you practice Dharma, but what you mean of the Dharma? And of course, maybe you understand the view of the Madhyamaka, Mahamudra, and also it's a great perfections, but you do not understand your action, and your action is like kind of the not according the causalities. Then is what? And views, and like kind of this, and view and actions, and it's like goes together. You making yourself workable, talkable, useful. To do like this, then is your body, speech, mind automatically all the time taking care about the good things. Then surely something is coming out in this life fantastically. And like this, as it says, a person who does good is like a medicinal plant. All who rely on him benefits. It's like this. It's like virtue things, positive things. And also it's like same as the positive good friend. It is like kind of the medicinal. For example, like we can to say, we rely on the 10 positive actions, like medicinals. All the times it's a kind of like a benefit. And also it's like someone is practice 10 positive, this person is a gold, this person is medicinal, this person is very important for us. We need to be more close, we receive more benefit. A person who does harm is like a poison plant, and those who rely on him are destroyed. It's absolute truth. If someone's practice 10 negative actions, it's very bad for us if we close more destroying negative result. And we are like kind of course, it's action of the negative. It is also making the problems. And like this, maybe if someone is doing all the time negative actions, 10 negative, if we be closer, we destroy ourselves. We like kind of making evil ourselves. In this perspective, maybe avoid. Very important. And like this, if you have the right state of the mind yourselves, you done your mind workable, under control yourself, you will be able to turn the mind of all those connected with you turn to the Dharma. And it's like, for example, if yourself, if you are medicinal, and whoever connect to you, you can to turn into the Dharma. And if you changed your body, speech, mind, he said, your body is a workable, verb is a workable, mind is a workable, and your body, speech, mind acting according to Dharma, 10 positive actions. And then it's like whoever connected, whoever, your family, your friend, you don't need to complain, I'm practicing Dharma, I did like this and that. Because you really to practice Dharma, 10 positive actions, we can to see automatically you have such a self-discipline. Wonderful. You're not killing, you're not taking like other things, thieving, not doing sexual, not liar, not kind of the sowing discord, never give harsh word, never chatting gossip things, no covetousness, no harming, wish harming to others, no wrong views. Wow, you are the really medicinal. Whoever connected, they're happy, they take refuge in you, they like kind of the prostrating to you, they follow you. You are the like kind of the giver of the happiness, and you are the extraordinary protector to the others. You should to be like this, and in immense merit for yourself and others will increase without limit, absolutely, as much as we can to involve into the positive activities is very important. You will never again take rebirth in the lower realms. You completely free from the lower realms. You say it's the bye-bye. And even you go to the lower realms, you just helping to there, they never injured to you. And I wish your prostrated, like get words to the words, get words of it. And like kind of the like you says like which your prostrated get worse and worse, and that means it's like a kind of the word, I don't know this, in the futures, and like kind of the your life and lifetime is never ever falling into the low realms. All the time is high and always have the unique condition of the God or human and in the high realms. And in this perspective, you are more and more up and up. Then you can quickly to reach enlightenment. And even the region in the which the hold of the such a teaching dwell will have met and good fortune and will always be the protected by the gods. And it's like kind of when you are practice the 10 positive actions, it's really automatically Buddha and Bodhisattvas respecting to you. And all the time is wherever you go, wherever you sit, and like naturally good luck occurs. Really, it's like someone says, like, for example, we say in Tibet, some lamas, some practitioners, really someone's coming, this person is coming, everything is correct. This person is like touched, everything's become nice. And this person is arrived in these areas, everything's become fortunate, very good. Because this person's practice the 10 positive actions, compassion and 10 positive actions, it's amazing. Like a kind of wonderful, like a thunder, this kind of sound. Wherever you go, wherever you touch, wherever you, like kind of your blessing. Because you practice 10 positive actions, 100%. Even the yourself, you don't know this kind of the smell, this kind of influence, this kind of effect, according to your positive actions. And merit, good fortune, wherever you go like this. Really, it is the truth. If really truth. For example, when you ask to make some friends, if you sometimes you get a friend, if this friend is it's support your life or it's making worse to your life. Some friends you met is going down absolutely never like kind of better. Even the your partner, even the your maybe it's like kind of the girlfriend or boyfriend, even the your kind of the family sometimes the situations this. And because it's like nature, sometimes on the past negative actions, like it's all the time there is like poison like this. Some you met some persons is maybe you're like little bit dissatisfied. Whatever you done is never succeed. You met someone, it's going up amazing, very fast to development. Increase is like kind of the faster than the light like this. And whatever you do, something is automatically, spontaneously. And that maybe this person's, I don't know, I didn't do nothing for you, but thanks for you. I met you, my activities like flourish. Thanks for you. And like kind of the when I met or you came to here, it's all so fantastic. Everything is like kind of good luck since. But maybe this person's never done nothing. But that is like kind of the maybe this person's doing the positive, taking care of the positive actions. Then it's like this. 10 positive actions carrying someone's all the time is fortunate, all the time is good luck. That is the really truth. And also it's like someone's carrying the 10 positive actions. You do not need specifically to practice the Dharma protectors. Or also like Buddha and Bodhisattvas, you don't need to. They all the time protect you. Their job. They coming to follow you. They taking care to you. And they also very easy to work with you if you practice the 10 positive actions. They protect by the God, human, all everybody's. And we can to now, to there's a stop like half an hour. And then we can do questions. Okay.